Everyone, so I'm going to share with you something that is a little bit different than what the previous two doctors have already shared with you, because I'm working on the Green Monday campaign for Vietnam. So I will share with you what's going on in Vietnam right now regarding plant-based diet, and all of the challenges and the difficulties that we are facing and how we are getting over that, so that we can share ideas with the other countries who I'm sure is also working on other Meatless Monday or Green Monday campaign. Yeah. So the first thing I want to talk about is, of course, health, because the Vietnamese people, or basically anyone, cares about their own health. According to a report by the WHO in 2011, only 1% of Vietnamese had diabetes, and this was recorded in 1990. 20 years later, in 2010, the number increased to 200%, especially within the people from the age of 55 to 64. That's one thing about diabetes. The next thing is about obesity, as we've listened and discussed about that a bit already. Never before I've seen so many obese children everywhere across the whole country, but mostly in big cities like Ho Chi Minh City, where I come from, and in Hanoi. 50% of 11-year-old boys are either obese or overweight, and the percentage for 11-year-old girl is 27%. So it's really crazy if you think of this number. It's just like from two boys, there's one boy that is either obese or overweight. But preventable disease, and in some cases even reverse them. The second part that I want to mention is on the environment. Vietnam is actually one of the top 10 countries that will be severely affected by climate change, and I can already see that across the whole country during the months where there are flood and drought and all the changes in the climate. In Vietnam, the Mekong Delta area is where they have a lot of fish farms for agriculture business. And these fish farms have damaged the area fragile ecosystem because they are dumping all of the decayed and decomposed waste and feces into the water without any proper waste treatment. And this does not just affect the life of the fishes in the area, the ecosystem, but also the life of Vietnamese people who live around the area, as now the sources, the water, the land, or the air around them is polluted. And next, the problem of sea level rising brings salinity into fresh water. So this threatens area in Mekong and Red River Delta, where we are doing a lot of agriculture businesses, growing crops and everything. And this leads to a decrease in species, in biospecies, and the area and the depth of the coastal mangrove area as well. So not a lot of people make the connection between eating plant-based to saving the environment, because people always think that the way to save the environment is to maybe take less shower, or instead of driving a car, drive a bike. But not a lot of them know that factory farming is indeed the #1 reason causing all of these problems of the environment that we are facing now. So by switching to a plant-based diet, you emit much less CHGs, and it requires much less resources, water, land, energy, to produce plant-based foods rather than the animal products that the majority of people are consuming. And the last small point that I want to talk about is poverty. Because even when Vietnam has grown incredibly over the past 40 years after the war, we still have 1/3 of the population being labeled as being poor. But we are trying to involve different departments into the work too. So I do believe that in the future we will see some outcomes. Yeah, thank you.